that Jesus Christ is born.
My parents have really impacted my faith in a huge way. My dad's a pastor, my mom is an educator. It takes a lot of faith to get through those hard and difficult days. But my parents have taught me how to persevere, how to really trust God, which is evident in my life every single day. As I walk Calvin's campus, as I go to my local church here in Grand Rapids, and how I really thought about those scholarships that I received. I was really thankful for the provision that God had made in my personal life. After I did Entrada, I applied in the fall of 2017 and was really excited because I had a great Entrada experience and thought that I was going to have the same experience coming in the door, and I did. Everyone welcomed me with an open arm, they had smiles, and I felt really at home here at Calvin. I have been a part of multiple areas of Calvin. Was the president and vice president of gospel choir. I have also served in student senate, been a resident assistant. And through all of these multiple jobs and responsibilities, I've learned about who God has created me to be even more. Name scholarships have impacted me tremendously staying at Calvin, which allowed me to really focus on my academics. Receiving the Borchter Scholarship was a day I'll never forget. Working for admissions, I was on the summer team 2020, and I was just sitting there at the desk by myself. I received a financial aid email, and I said, okay, well, my financial aid package has been changing, and I opened it, and it was like, congratulations, you have received the Borchter Scholarship, and I said, what? My jaw dropped, and I ran to financial aid, and I talked to Paula Ellenboss, and I said, do you know? And she's like, yeah. And I said, what? And I'm like about to cry, but I don't know what to do. And she was like, well, call your parents. So then I called my parents, and my mom screamed. And then I called my dad, and my dad was like, well, we thank God. And I really do. It's only by the grace of God that I'm still here because of these scholarships. Through that time, it was just tough for our family. We didn't know what was going on. My brother started to pay for tuition for his school. I'm paying for tuition at my school. And God made a huge way that we didn't even see. It was unimaginable to us at that point. It really helped me to stay at Calvin that year because I was a resident assistant. And I was a little nervous. I was like, well, I don't want to back out. But because of that scholarship, I was able to pour into my students. And I really thoroughly enjoyed that school year a lot more because I didn't have the stress of trying to pay for college. Being an RA during the 2020 to 2021 school year was hard, but it was also easy at the same time. Because of the scholarship, I was able to really just be the RA. And so what I did was I spent a lot of time pouring into my floor, and that's what I love about being a resident assistant, is getting to know who that person is, what makes them them, who's God created them to be, and what is their purpose that they see in that moment. The thought process of giving back when you've been given to and poured into really stems from my parents, seeing them be blessed, but then also blessing others with what they've been blessed with. I've wanted to be a teacher since I was in preschool, and that vocation and calling has just become more evident. As a teacher, I know that I am called to not only make an impact on the students that I teach, but to help them come up with creative solutions to be change agents themselves that Calvin has instilled in me to be an agent of renewal in this world. So in my classroom, I want my students to really think deeply about the things that happen in our world, the things that happen in our school, the things that happen in their homes, and how can they help be a problem solver? How can they creatively come up with solutions to better not only the space that they are involved in, but the space that others are involved in as well. What I would like to say to my donors and to those families is thank you. You have really made it possible to invest into my students and my residents because you invested in me. You really helped me stay at Calvin to learn more about how to think deeply, to act justly, to live wholeheartedly as Christ's agent of renewal in this world, and to take those next steps to go into the education field and to invest into those students, and to later hopefully come back and invest into students who come to Calvin later.